Greetings. So this is going to be a general guidance read. All right, so I hope everybody's doing well. I got some pick a card reads that I'm gonna be putting out soon. And I have some requests too, so I'll be sure to put some of those on here. Some of them might have to go on Patreon. So if you guys are not a member of my Patreon, you guys can join. I'm also going to do a signs of the time, kind of like a world overview type of reading on Patreon as well. So be on the lookout for that. So I'm just trying to fit everything into my schedule and balance everything out. So, come on here when I'm led and still, put some fun reads as well up. So I'm going to do a love message. I have these new cards that I wanted to use on my last mini love read, but of course, whenever I go live and I'm waiting on a deck, it usually is delivered while I'm live. So I'm just like, really? So I didn't get a chance to use them, but I'm going to use them here. So let's go ahead and tap in, see what's going on in the love department, per usual. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for your divine wisdom and divine guidance. I pray for insight and truth for the collective of those who are meant to receive this message. What is the energy surrounding their love life? Okay. Fear, making love. I'll pull one more. Arguments in reverse with options at the bottom of the deck. So just intuitively, I feel like someone here has a fear of love, and creating could be the potential of what love could bring. With making love, it's like, you can take that in multiple ways in one. And I feel like in this instance, it's, becoming one with someone where it's not just you anymore. For some of you, this is a big step. Some of you guys may fear potential conflicts in a relationship. Like, okay, if I really say yes to this, if I really step in, this relationship, or take a chance, or just get back out there again in love, because you have options at the bottom of the deck. So some of you, this could be like a dating situation, or you going back out there and dating, that fear of what comes with it. With the arguments in reverse, I feel like this fear that you have of conflict, I feel like it's something, yes, it's considerable, but it's not something that you should allow to allow you to be paralyzed in this fear of getting into a union. And I feel like why it's something to consider is because, yeah, you want to make sure that, you are a well match, with your partner or a person, but who's to say that you won't have, arguments every now and then, or not even really arguments, but disagreements where you guys might, have a disagreement where it is uncomfortable and it can feel kind of like, this combative thing, but that's normal. Even healthy connections have their moments of disagreements or moments of not being pleased with each other, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be this big toxic blowout. And it's like, you can't fear the outcome and worry too much about the outcome, especially if you haven't even started dating yet. Yeah, Eight of Wands and the Star. For some of you, this could be a potential block when it comes to receiving what you desire in love, or you're blocking your blessings. It could be something right there in front of you. It could be an opportunity with someone here that's already present. For some of you, you might already be dating. And for others of you, this is just getting back out there again. And there's this nervousness around it. I feel like you guys have grown to be quite independent, quite comfortable in your own space, your own energy. Okay. And if it's not you, flip it. This could be someone else. But just looking at the bottom of the deck, you got the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups in reverse. There is this fear. If I take this, this could lead to a breakup. This can lead into maybe this is not somebody that I'm really harmonious with. It's not a equally yoked situation. We're not a vibrational match, in other words, right? So there's a lot of insecurity. There's this lack, this fear of coming out empty-handed, maybe a little bit of fear of abandonment. Some of you guys might have abandonment issues. Okay, so it's kind of like you feel best by being able to control the scenario, control your emotions, control in a way that is kind of like stiff and stagnant, not in a governance of your emotions where you're grounded and you're not allowing your emotions to sway you in a, you know, a whirlwind, but more so from this place of blocking your heart, which is not a good thing, right? The fear of allowing someone in, and it's the opposite of what you say you want. So your energy, your vibration is very different from the things that you say that you desire and you want. And in order to have that, what you say that you desire and you want, this has to come down, right? Or this could be someone that you're dealing with that's dealing with these fears. But it's like, yeah, I can see the potential. This is all at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Pentacles. I could see the potential in this. This is an opportunity maybe for something really stable. This could be. Or it's like, if I do get out there and I really like someone, there's that potential that it could turn to something more. And it's like the fear of coming out of your bubble, your comfort zone, you know, your pineapple under the sea. I don't know why I just saw um I just saw 𝗥𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗀 SquarePants. So some of you guys, it's like you're comfortable kind of in your own little space. Just it's always just been you or your dog, your cats, your kids, or your child, or whatever the case may be. And I heard four walls. So like maybe you're a homebody for some of you, and this person is kind of pulling you out of that comfort zone. Or love will. Two of Wands. Yeah, it's like you do desire, I feel like, to step into the unknown, but there's a part of you that is afraid of leaving that comfort space because this is going to require a whole new realm or world for you, because I feel like you've spent a lot of time with yourself where you've matured in a lot of ways, healthy self-esteem, or just like a lot of self-love energy here, and respect, and knowing what it is that you want, and setting your sights high on what it is that you deserve, and wanting what's best for you, wanting what is in alignment with you, rather than just things that maybe the ego wants, or, you know, this lack place. You want something that is divinely aligned. And in order to get that, you're going to have to step out of that place that you've been, because you no longer exist in that space anymore. You are no longer that same man or that same woman that you once were, due to the fact that you've healed and matured, and you've been on your own for quite some time, to the point where you really know yourself. And it's not that same playing field where you were young, where you didn't really know what you wanted or who you were. You know, you had to grow through some things. And I feel like this new realm is more of a mature place. And there's this fear that, especially if there's someone here that you are getting to know or you're dating, there's this fear of it possibly being something concrete. Like, what if this is the last person I ever date? What is this the last person I ever fall in love with? And this is just a person. And it's like, what does that look like? Especially for those, again, very independent people. This could be a mirroring energy, because I kind of feel like it could go both ways. If there's someone in your life right now that you're connected to, dating, and there's like a potential for the next stage, but you got to face that fear. You have to face that fear. I could read this whole deck and I bet you it would speak of what's going on with you. But yeah, and you don't have to settle on the first thing or the first person that catches your eye, because you'll know when it's someone that is worth you getting to know. You'll know. You'll sense it. If something like in the past, maybe you kind of just put up with whatever because you felt like that's just what was available, or maybe you chose people for the wrong reasons or superficial reasons or out of insecurities, or but now it's kind of like, if something does not resonate with my, you know, my spirit, it just doesn't sit, doesn't sit well with me, or this person is showing me that, you know, showing me red flags or signs that are not healthy or toxic, or, you know, I can pull out. I don't have to engage. I don't have to continue. Like maybe in the past you ignored red flags for whatever reason. Emotional intimacy. Yeah. What you really are fearing, or if it's a person involved, The fear here is intimacy, emotional intimacy. The card says, I'm afraid to truly open up to you. Being raw and authentic with my emotions is something I'm still working on. So, we're not perfect beings. There's always things that we can work on. There's always something that we're not going to be completely mastered in or exempt from being bothered or triggered by certain things. We're human, right? And maybe you just learned how to really embrace your emotions with yourself and feel comfortable with sharing your emotions with people close to you. Maybe if you're someone that bottled it all up, especially with this king. I know I was about to say the King of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles. This could be someone that withholds things that are very valuable to them, like out of fear. Like, I'm not going to show my emotions because I don't want someone to take advantage of me, or I can't show this part of myself because maybe it's not going to be accepted or embraced. Maybe I'm going to be shunned or judged, or someone's going to get turned off and leave me. It's like the sacred parts of yourself. So, for example, I'll share this because I feel like this is like a big thing and it might resonate with some of you, but like your spiritual gifts. So, like for me, what I always run into is like guys being intrigued by like your spiritual gifts and all of this different stuff, right? Until they really see like, okay, it's not just like something cute or this little mystical thing. Like, either because a lot of times people think that you can read their mind, or that you're gonna like see what they're doing and what they're eating that day, what they have on that day, without you telling them. Like, it's not that deep. But when spirit wants to reveal things to you, spirit will reveal things to you. Like, I've had people being called out in my dreams, doing stuff they had no business doing. And granted, like, again, you don't even have to fish for it. And this is what I believe. When you're a spiritual person, like spiritually in tune with yourself and God, whether you're a man or a woman, God is going to reveal things to you about people around you, romantically or not. I've had dreams about people that I needed to stay away from, that were not for my highest good. Dreams about men that were doing stuff, like showing one side to you, but then something being revealed. And as a human being, I can understand how you might not want to be around a person like that, because you don't know what they're saying about you. You're trying to, especially if you're trying to run game on someone, that's going to just mess up your whole flow potentially. And especially if you don't understand the person's gift, you just assume, like, again, like this crystal ball, like I'm seeing what you got on and I can see what you're eating and all that stuff. Like, some people have the ability to do that, and I'm sure, like, if I really wanted to, I could, but it's not the thing of trying to tap into it. I always say this thing. I always pray this: God, reveal who people are to me. Reveal whether this job is good for me. Reveal whether this opportunity is for me. Reveal whether this person is truly my friend. Reveal to me whether this man is good or not. And spirit will reveal it every time. And sometimes not even with you asking. I believe everybody gets a heads up when something is off. You just have to listen to your intuition. Everybody has that ability. But I feel there could be that fear, like, okay, what if I tell this person that, you know, I have mediumship skills, I can see ghosts, I can see dead people, or I could communicate on the other side. And you might think that people would be kind of scared of that. Or yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna use this example because I have a friend that's that's into mixed martial arts. Like, that could intimidate some people, maybe, right? So it's like you want to keep certain parts of yourself that you believe are sacred, that are part of your being and who you are, your personality. And there's this fear of potentially being shunned. Excuse me for that. So this emotional intimacy is feeling safe and comfortable to be your authentic self and give. And granted, I don't believe that we should give everything away to people, especially immediately upon not really getting to know them or building that connection. But in order to build a connection, you do have to be okay with being vulnerable to, in an extent, in a way that is a balanced and healthy exchange. You know what I'm saying? So I feel, for those of you that this is for, and you want to know, like, what's going on with my love life, what is the block, this may be for you. This may be what spirit is exposing as a block. Gotta overcome that fear in your mind, that anxiety, that worst case scenario. That, yeah, some of you guys are asking why. most definitely. You have the why card. So asking why with the loyal heart, why hasn't my person come? Why hasn't that person that's on that same level with me, that it's like someone that you feel like you guys might desire types that are intellectually, um, someone that is like can intellectually stimulate you, where you guys can have deep conversations, or where they provoke different thoughts, or there's someone you feel like you can learn very valuable things from, and someone that's willing to learn from you. Like you guys can teach each other things, grow together, mentally stimulate each other. So you could be like what they call a sapiosexual, where you're turned on by people's wisdom, you're turned on by people's knowledge, um, how a person, how they think, how expansive their mind is. That is something that turns you on. You want someone that you can converse with, but also I feel like someone that you want to be vulnerable and open their heart with you. So it's like, okay, you're asking for that, but you have to be able to do that, to have that fair exchange. If you want someone to be emotionally open and available and expressive, you have to also be the same. And I understand the fear, because that fear was the first card out. It's at the top of the deck. No place like home. Yeah. That connection that feels like home to you. That connection that is beyond anything that you could have asked for yourself. But you have to trust that it's possible. And I feel like you're someone that I feel is you're very intuitive, very spiritually aware. Like your crown chakra and your third eye chakra, I feel like it's very strong. You just have to work on the heart chakra and maybe the root or the sacral, something with grounded and stability and security and safety and trust, something that you're going to have to work on, I feel. But that starts with yourself and really trusting that divine source God is not going to mislead you. Okay. Yeah. Because I feel you can sense this home and this energy that you desire within a mate. Like you can sense it, you feel it on a divine level, you can sense the spiritual, like the spiritual essence. It's very real, it's feasible, it exists in the spirit realm, but it's like in the physical you don't understand why maybe this is not happening, why it's not coming, but it's really due to this fear and this block that you have to address. Because even if the love of your life was to step into your life today, you wouldn't recognize them, or you wouldn't know how to take them or to embrace them if they were to come into your sphere. And they could be in your sphere. With the Six of Cups here, there's someone, this energy that's very innocent, pure intent. It feels nostalgic to you. This energy feels like a reunion, like someone that you've known all your life. It feels very safe. It feels like home. It feels like friendship. It feels like family. It's like you feel these things, or you will feel this when it comes. Or this could be someone from your past that maybe you knew from your childhood or your youth, where there was like this kind of this sweet exchange. I'm not getting any sexual exchanges. I'm not getting like an ex. This feels more like someone that you have not been romantically involved in. It's like this sweet energy behind it, very appreciative, um, just very kind. Okay. So I feel like when this energy comes, it's like, will you be able to recognize it? Will you trust it? Or are you going to feel like it's an angle to it? Why is this person being so nice to me? Why are they doing this for me? Why are they saying this? Like, are they being honest? Are they playing me? So let's see, what can you potentially expect with letting this energy go, working through this fear. And sometimes getting over the fear is just doing the opposite, which is doing, accepting, embracing. And if it's not for you, it will fall away, or you'll know that it's not for you, but you'll never know unless you take the risk. That fear that says it's a risk, right? But I say it's just stepping up and stepping in and participating with life. That's what I would say it is. So let's see, what would be the potential energy of overcoming this fear? Fighting fair, blocked caller and soulmates. Okay. So fighting fair has like the scales of justice on it. So this could be like in the past, like you've committed yourself to things and people that were not for you, because I'm getting like the Libra energy or seventh house energy with false commitments. I feel like it's going to lead to you cutting some people off, and that's what's going to lead you to your soulmate. So you guys could be kind of comfortable, kind of holding on to people that you know it's not going to work out with. And Spirit says once you let that go, once you block these people out of your life, or maybe even literally block their phone number, people from calling you, texting you, cutting them off out of your life, that's what's going to allow this connection in, I feel. That's what's going to allow this. So let's see. Yeah, cutting off karmic energies. 8 of Swords. You could be at a place where when you overcome this fear, you're going to be in a mental space of, okay, I'm ready to release my fears. Knight of Wands flew out. Yeah, you're going to let go of flaky people, where people are like impulsive, unpredictable, in and out of your life. Kind of like this fight or flight energy where it's like you're up and then this person brings you right back down again. Like they come in very swiftly, exciting. It's all of this passionate energy, excitement. And then then they ghost you. Then it's like it dissipates all over again. You're blocking these flaky energies, and this could be not just romantic energy, it could be platonic connections as well, where there might have been just a lot of lust and a lot of passion, but that excitement, that adventure of unpredictability. But there's something about it that feels like the energy of it feels very childish, very like just immature, you know, that fuck boy, fuck girl energy where it feels fun and feels like it could, you know, oh, this person, they fit the bill on the surface, on the superficial level, but when it comes to them really showing up, they can't quite execute that. So soulmates, you have 3 of Cups. So soulmate energy, this could be that this soulmate is connected to your community, a friendship circle, some type of creative energy, maybe a creative project or a party. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the 3 of Pentacles. So it could even be like a work environment for some of you, could be church, some type of community that you are a part of, okay, where you guys share like the same community, or you could, you know, could be some type of new energy that you come into. But I'm seeing like where you're social, where you're participating in connecting with people, like friends, going out, family gatherings, maybe joining some type of community. I'm hearing like it could be like yoga, could be fitness classes, it could be something along the lines of that, where you have to socialize and connect with people in some type of circle or some type of community like setting or social setting. Okay. Like I said, this could be someone you already know through one of these avenues. If it applies, then, you know, take it. But if not, it may not be for you. Okay. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing, y'all. I hope this resonates. Sending much love to you guys. Be blessed, be safe, and take care. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.